Hey RogueTech fans, today we've got a Boy and His Trashcan. This is the first of the Transformer chain. It's a fairly nice little easy quest, Flashpoint. So honestly, you can do this with like your very first company straight out the gate without any trouble. What it is, it's a heartwarming story of a little Transformer who's on vengeful, who's being vengeful towards his little trash can. Yep, an Herbie. So let's see what it involves. Okay, we're meeting up with Agent X, so as you can tell this is another one of Comstar's little plans that's gone horribly, horribly wrong. And yeah, we're a bit confused. Are we helping children? Is that what Comstar are really doing? Sounds alright. But no, it's not a child. It's a little Transformer, as you're about to find out. So let's carry on through the text and let's see what he says. So yeah, somebody has kidnapped the guest for further evaluations. So we've got to go and rescue them. As usual, there's lots of text here going on, but soon we'll actually get to the mission, so you know, pause it if you need to read any of these. Okay, and we're going. Okay, as you can see, Boy and His Trashcan, it's 1 green star. There are a number of individual missions during this, but they're all ever so easy. So I'm not going to overkill it today with super heavies. Normally I would go maximum salvage, but I know the stuff we're up against is junk, so I'm just going to go maximum cash. Okay, for this mission we are given Beetle Yellow. Yes, it's Bumblebee in mech form. And as you can tell, he's got a reasonable pilot that comes with him. All I'm going to be using this time, I'm going to bring along my 2 Phoenix Hawk Lamb 2s, PHXs, sorry. And I'm also bringing along the Shrike. Now the only reason I'm bringing along the Shrike is just to give Oddball more training. He needs more affinities. It's overkill, but it's only barely overkill. But that is my Gladiator mech, so I'm going to drop with these guys.
Reactor online, sensors online, weapons online, all systems nominal.
Here we go, we're starting off with a very simple little battle. And when I say simple, it really is simple. So Beetle Drone wants us to go all vengeance on the nasty guys that took his friend. So we're looking for his friend Trashy. So let's see if we can get a little bit of information out of these guys by nuking the hell out of them. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to split my units into 2. We've got 1 group of mobs down here, and we've got the reserve, the support lance that will appear over here. So I think I'm going to send my 2 fastest Phoenix Hawks over to the left. I should have probably reserved out to let the other guys go first, because if you do that, then you're much more likely to hit them. Because as you can tell, we've not got sensors. We've not really got much going on, but hey, I can scoot along here, and then hopefully we can fire a few Vulcans at some of those in the distance as we're going towards the extra support lance. Okay, I don't think I'm even going to bother. 0.9% chance to hit. It'd be an absolute waste of Vulcans, so we'll just leave that.
I hear ya.
This one's slightly faster than the other mech. Because I've got the supercharger on board as well, so we can zoom a little bit quicker over to where we want him to go for next turn. You know, it's all in my pilot system. I've just gone for Warlord. There's, again, the units that we're fighting here, they're not scary. They're not going to be able to hit me. So I figure I don't actually need the Phantom this time. Plus, if you can get 10 pips, not a lot's going to hit you when it's in a 2 difficulty mission, because they're not accurate at the best of times. Right, so this is one of the little Transformers. We're actually going to get warded some of these sort of things as from various parts of the chain that will transform. So what do I mean? You hit convert, and he becomes a car! Yes, it is Bumblebee! He's even got the little decal on the top, look. Ah, amazing. So when they're in this form, let me just go back a second. You can see when he's in his robot form, you can see he's able to go that far, but as soon as you convert him to wheeled, it's exactly the same when it comes to walking, but let's just compare. So sprinting in human form, sprinting in converted form. Look how much faster he is. Now the good news is we actually get one of these wheeled conversion kits as a reward, so we can convert one of our own units to be wheeled just like him. And I'll tell you what, for a charge bot, the wheeled conversion kit is amazing. You imagine the speed you can get. The further you charge, the higher the damage that you can do. I mean, this is why some of the small mechs and also some of the really fast lambs make unbelievably dangerous charge bots.
We're late, it's because we're dead.
Now, of course, this is oddball in my. I don't normally take this mech out much, apart from for the occasional target acquisition mission. I mostly use this guy when it comes to doing gladiator fights. There's no real reason. He's not brilliant. I just wanted to use it because I really do love the Jade Falcon mechs with their Jade Talons. I just like DFAing things. Okay, so now we've just got to wait for the enemy to take their turn, and then we will finally be into turn 2, and our sensors will actually be online, so we'll be able to hit stuff. As you can see, they are small mechs, so they do tend to take a little bit longer to work out their turns. Not quite as long as lambs, which have a much further distance to travel usually. I mean, that's all you're waiting for usually. When a unit is taking a long time to take its turn, it's simply because it has to calculate all possible moves and work out the best possible path to take. So the further it moves, the longer it's going to take. Thankfully, all units have a maximum of 45 seconds during which they can actually take a turn. So if you've got a really slow computer, you're actually going to find that lambs will just sit there and brace. It makes them actually quite a bit easier to take out than it would do otherwise. Okay, we're on to turn 2. So now we're going to be able to move in and start going after them. What have we got over here? We've got a fire truck. Ooh. I think if we just fly to the top of the building here, we should be able to take it out. Looks like we've got another, what have we got, 1 or 2 vehicles? Another 3 vehicles behind. They're all small. We have got a scimitar, an auto gun. Oh, look at that. That's so... Actually, it's not bad, is it? For a little tiny 15-tonner. Ultra-light rotary rifle ×2 and tandem rockets. Well, I think I know what my second target's going to be. Vulcans also are really good against vehicles. I mean, okay, they break through the armour, but they're much more accurate against vehicles than they are against most other units. Although we didn't quite kill the fire truck, it's an oil one, so it's got fluid guns. Fluid guns cannot attack things in the air, so I think I feel quite safe. I'm just wondering what I should do here. He could... You see, if I'll just show you what I mean about charge. If we were to charge this one, I know it's not a great chance to hit, but that's 113 damage. But the other option we've got is we can go all the way over here up to 200 damage, or 209 if we go to maximum distance and hit the wasp. I'll also whack it there into the trees. I think 97% chance, 200%, 209 damage. That's not bad for a little tiny yellow car. This is also why you find vehicles, if you're fighting them and they do a charge, they can be quite nasty. There we go. 1 down.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Right, so where are we going to go with this? We're going to take out the autogun because it's actually surprisingly good. The other thing I tend to do when I'm using lambs in built up places like this, I use the buildings. If you can get that extra height above your targets, as you can see here, that's going to be quite a height difference. Your accuracy is really much greater than it would be otherwise.
Pedal to the metal.
Now, of course, lambs have 360-degree arc of fire, so it makes them ideal for doing this. It represents them doing bombing and strafing runs as they're flying over, I think. Right, so you can see good accuracy because we're up here, so we'll just take out the autogun. Now, those ultralight rotary rifles are actually really good if you can get spud rounds for them, or potato rounds, whatever they call them. It's basically huge stability damage, and given they could do 6 shots per turn from one of those things, and they're pretty light, you could build yourself a mech that can pretty much pummel anything to the ground, literally, because it will fall over.
Knocking themselves out to be heroes. We are holding ourselves in reserve.
Now, this is what I've actually built this particular unit for. it's DFAing. So I'm just going to whack it in straight from behind. It's not great, actually. 77. I've had better, but that'll
Always
do.
with the negative wave, Moriarty. Always with the negative.
There we go, straight through its head. That's the advantage of
Still
DFA.
up?
You often land right on top
No,
of their
it
head.
ain't.
So you take the
Joey, what
pilot
the hell's
straight
going
out.
on out there, man?
As usual, Oddball complains about everything. Oh, the fire truck is on fire. Ah. Oh, they're trying to take out the building you're standing on. Now, if you're a normal mech that's jumped on top of a building and the building goes down, you take leg damage. Lambs, oh, they can fly, so they don't. So it's actually quite safe to sit yourself on top of buildings and then have the building blown apart underneath you.
I'm being flanked.
Uh-oh, they're starting to shoot Beetle Yellow. We better be careful. Whenever you're fighting Transformers, because the other thing that this chain unlocks is Transformer missions. Yes, you get to fight Transformers as the OpFor. Here we go. This is what I was saying about buildings. So my lamb drops down and takes no damage because he's flying. So what I was saying, yeah, if you're fighting Transformers, which you can have them as the OpFor, so we will have missions appearing in our log
Not much armor left in that
of
location.
base defense missions where the OpFor are Transformers. Unfortunately, you cannot salvage Transformers, but they do have some amazing gear that is only available on Transformers, or mostly only available on Transformers. Right, so what are we going after? I'm going to just head on over that way and take out the fire truck, I think, while heading towards the rest. Oops, excuse me, the rest of the units. There we go, so again we're getting a decent bit of extra range, so even though that fire truck's moved fast, the extra height gives us the advantage there. Just trying to see, where do we see it? So you can see, where is it? Height difference, we're on -2, so we gain extra accuracy there from being up high of 2 in this case.
Tell me what to shoot.
Show me your
And there goes the
war
fire truck.
Gotcha.
Now actually, if ever you're trying one of the hardest missions in the game against the Overlord dropship, make sure you set up your units as high as you possibly can. That dropship is really tall. If you set yourself up on the flat against the dropship, you're always going to be shooting up, so your accuracy is going to be awful. And if you want to take out those cannons on its side as quickly as possible, you've got to be higher than them. So find the tallest mountain you can on the map and set yourself up there to destroy it. And hope you do destroy it before it starts to fire, because it's got lots of very nasty weapons,
Understood.
including a couple of long toms. So yeah, you've got to be a bit careful.
Firing at enemy 6.
Is that one dead? Yes, there we go. We've only got one more unit of the second patrol left, 2 of the first patrol.
Yeah?
I think we're a bit too close this time, so what we're going to do, we're going to convert him back into mech form, and we're going to go round the back and kick this little flea. So hopefully we'll hit it with a kick. I'm not putting the grenade on, because obviously if I dropped a grenade on the flea, it's going to hit me as well, which wouldn't be ideal. Ooh, there we go. That flea has almost no armour and went straight through to the structure.
You don't want in this thing, you don't get in this thing.
Now,
I
the
got you on everything, I don't need you.
The other thing that Jade Falcon mechs with their talons are good at, I don't think I can unfortunately show you what the talons do, but they are really, really good at kicking. I mean, okay, it's not massive damage, but that's still 113, and that's going to take this little wasp's leg out.
Go more negative waves.
Well, I'm right.
If
Hey,
I
look,
had
you know,
hit it,
those
it would have
engines are
taken
turning
the
over.
wasp's
They
leg
can
out,
sneak
but
right up.
unfortunately I didn't.
Are you dumb or something? You could probably use some armor.
I do love all the complaining Oddball does. It's like nothing I do is right. Whenever you're playing Oddball, he's complaining about getting hurt. He's complaining about dumb moves that you've done, like where it's actually him that's made the miss. But that's just Oddball for you. Lovely character. Yeah, when you're fighting against Transformers, there are a number of different types that can appear. I mean, you've got the equivalent of Optimus Prime, the Primal Optima, so I think he's called, something like that. You've got Grimdark. Grimdark is one of my favourites. He has some really cool stuff on him. He actually comes with, I'm trying to think, he comes with one of the shotguns, but I think it might be the LBX handheld, which is absolutely brilliant as far as sort of making a punch bot goes. Who am I after? We've got this guy here is running away over there. I wonder if I can get onto a taller building. Not really. Again, if you can shoot them from behind, that's always better, because that also increases your accuracy compared to the front, which is, and the side's better than the front, so it's not too bad. Is it enough to take him out? No, not quite.
Waiting for orders.
Okay, we'll go and finish him off with this one here. Watch your supercharger. I almost moved him there before turning it off. 10%, it's just too big a risk. If a supercharger blows, you've lost the supercharger. So always check that before you take your turn.
Double time.
So we'll just finish off this little unit, and then that leaves just the two in the main room. Oh no, he's not dead. Oh,
Critical hit, Commander.
almost finish him off then.
Yep.
Right, we're going to just go in and we're going to kick the flea. Hopefully we'll actually hit it this time. If not, we've still got the laser to shoot it in the back.
Putting my weight into it.
He missed again. I'm not being very good at melee hits this time.
I missed.
Is it enough? Not quite. Okay, Oddball
New
is
Yorker like you,
gonna
a hero is some
hopefully
type of
finish
weird
this thing off.
sandwich. Not some nut who takes on 3 tigers.
Now what I've got is a couple of QX lasers. These are great. They tear apart armor. Okay, they're not as good against structure, but if you put them higher up, if you have a range of lasers or a range of weapons, and you put your Rex lasers first, they're going to strip away the armor, ready for everything else to take out the structure next. So again, we're just going for a kick, and let's see if we can kill off this little wasp. Yep, that'll do it.
Decapitated. No chance, man. No, they both had it. One of them's in the river. And the
Okay,
other
we're
one's
down
on
to
the
the
other
final
side.
2
Right.
units. We've just got to wait for them to take their turns, and then we'll finish them off and move on to mission 2. I think, if I remember, mission 2, we actually it's asset recovery, and I think we're recovering information about his friend Trashy. And then the last one, I believe, is the escort mission, where we have to escort Trashy and his friends to safety. Okay, that scimitar looks as though it's been quite badly damaged, because it's now going really slow.
Crap. Going down.
It's a good job I am using lambs,
Losing armor.
because otherwise I would have taken a lot of leg damage from all those buildings that have been shot out under me.
Standing by.
Right, this time he's going down. Let's get up on top of that high building there. So even though I'm shooting him from the front, it's still better, as for I think, for the accuracy bonus than it would be if I was shooting from behind at ground level.
All weapons are go.
This is one tough little scimitar. It just does not want to die. Come on, let's finish it off this time.
Fast. Right, Commander.
Surely this has got to be enough. Hey, it's finally down. Okay, so we've just got that one little
Enemy
flea
down.
left. Can I
Simon, don't
jump
say
on the
you're
flea's
sorry.
head, or am I
He's
too
been
far
trying to
away?
get us killed ever since we landed.
I can jump on the flea's head. Oh, poor little thing, 95-ton mech about to land on you.
Always
That's
with
just
the
cruel.
negative wave, Moriarty. Always with the negative wave.
There we go, and that's
No
the mission
chance,
over.
man.
Right, so we're moving on to rescue Trashy. He can see him up ahead on sensors. Woo!
Mission successful.
Okay, decent amount of payment, but then we did just take cash for payment, because as you can see, it wasn't worth taking anything else, because they were, well, pitiful little mobs that we were up against, to be honest. I don't think there's much here that I need to pick up. No, nothing at all, so we'll just take a random cargo truck, and that'll do. Right, as you can see, it is not a consecutive deployment, so I'm just going to pop out into the Argo and get my pilots and mechs back, so I'm going to use exactly the same ones for each mission. You just want stuff that's fast and can quickly deal with the very weak little units we're up against. So, mission 2. Up ahead, he senses Trashy on his scopes. He hopes he's okay. Wasn't the smartest little drone, let's be honest. Any pilot in an Irby isn't the smartest little pilot. Again, I'm not taking salvage. I mean, you can see they are generous. They give you loads of salvage, but given it's all trash, you bet. Oh, there's barely any cash either. Trash it is then. Same units as last time. We've once again been given Beetle Yellow, or as we like to call him, Bumblebee. And so here we go.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Okay, this time we are retrieving Trashy's logic boards. As I was saying, it's basically a recovery mission.
Command interface initiated.
So over there he senses Trashy, but also Trashy over there. What could this mean? As you can see, we've got one location here, and then we've got another location over there. So let's get moving. Let's kill the really tough opposition that's up against us.
After we finish,
And then
swimming anyone?
what I'm going to do this turn, because we are starting in a conventional mission, we do have spawn protection. Not that we really need it, but I'm going to make sure that we give ourselves a chance to actually hit them on the first turn, speed things up by reserving out.
Standing by.
Because of course once their spawn protection is removed, that's a whole load of evasion pips and bracing that has been removed from them. I think we might only be against 4 units actually, so it's not exactly the toughest of fights. And I would expect all of my units, even though I'm reserving out this turn, because they're fully trained pilots, they should still have higher initiative than any of them for next turn. Right, so now we're launching. I don't have enough tracer rounds, so that I only use them, like, I don't know why I haven't actually just put tracer rounds in. I suppose it would have made more sense. They're much more accurate than standard rounds in a machine gun. So we're going to move forwards, and let's see if we can actually hit something. We're going to probably just focus on the vehicle, because we do have higher accuracy for the vehicle normally, although having said that, look at that, the Shadowhawk is better. Of course, the vehicle is just inside the trees, so it gets the bonus of protection there. Aha, there we go, we've got a gladiator sitting at the back. What we're going to do is just shoot up the Shadowhawk. Oh, we got a head hit. I thought I saw one go straight in there.
Yep.
I'm going to immediately convert him to wheel mode. We are probably going to use the grenade this time. I love the noise that you make, little brum brum. I mean, look how fast he is. You can't, not quite enough, look. Literally one hex further and he'll be able to pick up the stuff on this first turn. Right, we're going to dump ourselves in the trees, and then we're going to lob a grenade at the Shadowhawk, because that will also hit the little vehicle next to it. There's a whole range of these flashpoints that are based on the Transformers, and hopefully I'll get to show you them all as they appear. It does take quite a long time, because unlike the simple greetings chain, these are not heavily weighted, so they only appear at the rate of normal flashpoints. However, this season I have already gone and cleared almost all of the gladiator flashpoints, so with any luck we'll be able to see them sooner rather than later. Having said that, I'm still waiting for some of the missions, like from the deep, to appear. I mean, that's the one where you're fighting. Oh dear, I got a bit close then. That's the one where you're fighting against the Mecha Gojira from Japanese legend. Lovely creature. Right, I'm just going to fire one lot of Hellfires as well, just to finish off this Shadowhawk, so it's not here for next turn. Yeah, of course, with the accuracy I didn't quite finish it off, but it's certainly badly damaged
All
now.
out of short-range missiles, Commander.
I might be able to get a hit on him with it. Oh, it's not too bad, 50%, I'll settle for that. Right, turn 2.
Yes, Commander.
Let's see what we can take out. I'm going to go around the back, I think, and can I reach around the back on any of these? No, I cannot. Ah, that's a shame. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to sit there, pick up the package here, and I'm going to shoot out the gladiator from this side. Don't think yeah, I've only got Vulcans on this one. I mean, as you can see, they're not the hardest of units that we've been put up against. Typically, we're only against lights, actually, so this is actually quite a tough group compared to the lot that I'm used to here. And then he can charge the same gladiator that we just went and shot.
Let's move.
Yeah, bit of a ding on that front bumper. Oh no, I missed. Isn't that frustrating when you've got a 90% chance to hit something with a charge or something like that, and you miss? I don't think I'm going to be within range to jump on one of them using oddball unless they step forward. I'm just wondering who to take out here. Given that the Gladiator is about to have its turn, I may as well go round there and try and destroy it.
Here it comes.
Now you notice with my list of shots, I haven't got the tagger at the top because
Critical hit.
it doesn't affect the shots that you're currently doing with that unit. It only affects other people shooting at it later. So it makes no difference having it at the top or the bottom within your list, unlike say having the Rex lasers first, which will strip off armour, followed up by other things which will go and then take out the structure. Okay, we've just got to wait for the Splat Truck. That's a good name. The Splat Truck is on the move. Yeah, it's a Toyota pickup. I mean, that thing's gonna... I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to kill it. Everyone knows Toyota pickups are the toughest vehicles
Always
on the
with
planet.
The negative waves, Moriarty.
Hey, we
Always
can
with
land
the
straight on
negative
top of this
waves.
Shadowhawk.
Always with the negative waves, Moriarty. Always with the negative waves.
Ah, there we go. Nice, good old DFA.
Commander. Good work.
Right, so we've now got the asset. We can now either evac or we can finish killing off these three. I don't think killing off these three is going to be that much of a challenge, so we'll probably kill them and then go. Well, we won't go because it'll just be an automatic pickup. Talking of pickups, where's that pickup truck gone? There we go. I'm going to charge the pickup truck with my yellow beetle.
Confirmed.
Let's see if I can hit it this time. Yeah, I honestly think he might stand out in a crowd because that's quite a large car.
I hear ya.
It's not like the Transformers we know from the films and the toys, where they're supposed to be the same size as the actual vehicles. He's way bigger. Okay, that was silly of me. I should have turned supercharger off because I didn't use it, but thankfully it wasn't near overheating, so it's fine. Ah, the Gladiator did not
Another
quite
hit
die.
like that, and you're toast. Orders.
What have we got? We've got a 19, so he's already gone. Right. Yeah, I'm just going to finish off the Gladiator with this unit.
Roger.
Now I'm going to overheat a bit, so I'm going to turn off my pulse lasers so that we don't use them as well. That's enough. So just the Toro left to bring down.
It looks like we're gonna find ourselves another bridge.
And Oddball is going to try and jump on the Toro.
Always with the negative waves, Moriarty. Always.
Show me your...
Is it enough to destroy it? It is. There we go. You can see why I use this little guy as my Gladiator mech. He's fun if stupid. It's well worth it.
Mission successful.
So let's move on to the third and I think final mission in this chain, which I believe is the Escort Mission, where we actually meet Trashy and get him to safety. Okay, almost no payment and almost no salvage. Well, there will be salvage, but it's not really of any high value, so we'll just take whatever's there. In fact, we took the whole lot, and it was still only under 6 million of salvage. Oh, that's pitiful. Okay, again, we have got the opportunity to go and repair our stuff first, so I'm going to do exactly that.
I wrapped up that job you asked for, Commander.
Okay, we'll let them play with their little wooden catapult. And there we go. All our pilots are ready to drop again, so let's drop for the third mission. This time we are, as I said, we're getting... Oops, I think I've just gone equal trash and salvage. Doesn't matter. This time we're going for an escort. So we're going to find Trashy and bring him home. Let's drop.
Men warriors, prepare for combat.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Here we go. Let's go and rescue his bestest buddy, Trashy.
Command interface initiated.
Oh, you see, this mission just brings tears to your eyes. It's so heartwarming. I just find his transistors are in one piece. And it's like, wait, what? Transistors? Huh? Yeah, up to this point, we never even twigged that actually Beetle Yellow is actually a robot himself. Right, so let's just leave the trash can here, someone said. Figured they didn't want him, so I made him wake up. That is exactly what happened, you see. Beetle Yellow, he turned one of the little trash cans, an Herbie, into an actual, well, I don't know, a Transformer Herbie. Okay, so let's see what we're fighting. I'm going to probably let them take their turns first again, because they're quite a distance off. Oh, OST Scout. That looks like an Herbie as well. We're fighting Herbie versus Herbie? I hope Beetle Yellow doesn't complain about that, because he might not be happy about us killing this little guy. I shall reserve out, so that we've got time for them to move, and then we'll go in and hopefully get a couple of shots in before we actually move to turn 2 with sensors. Are they all gone? They don't actually seem to be doing anything, so they've all taken their turn, so it's my turn. Now with machine guns, of course, if you increase the shot mode, there is a much higher chance of them jamming. But they can't explode, so hey, it's well worth it. A little bit jamming for a little bit of extra damage. I'm not going to complain.
Full speed.
There we go, we've got a third unit up on the left. What have we got there? We have got... oh no, a locust. I'm in trouble now. Yeah, you can see what I'm saying. You can honestly do this mission straight out the gate with your brand new lance. It's not going to be hard. Of course, you've got to get it to spawn, and given it's on the same spawn frequency as every other flashpoint apart from the high priorities,
What can I do for you?
the odds of it appearing are still unfortunately quite low. This is what I was saying, so I've got the Rex first, and then I've got the Vulcans. I know Vulcans do through armour hits, but even so, if you can strip off some of the armour, then that's more damage to the internals.
Pedal to the metal.
To me it looks as though the little Herbie is the most dangerous of the bunch. I can't even see what it's got. It doesn't look like it's going to be that dangerous an Herbie.
Firing on target.
So that's why I'm pouring fire into it, and then hopefully Beetle Yellow won't even notice I'm doing that and won't get upset. Now I'm hoping he'll be able to reach straight in and rescue his friends. Did I say friends? Have I let the game slip? Yes, there are multiple little Herbies. They're breeding like, well, rabbit Herbies? This is a bit concerning, to be honest with you. I mean, one living Herbie is enough.
Look, those engines are
Multiple
turning
living
over.
Herbies?
We can sneak right up the edge of town.
Not so
Nobody
sure.
hear us, right?
You'll notice on the Shrike I've actually got a Society engine. This lets it run faster. I don't know why I did that. I mean, I'd be much better off with the Pirate engine, because Pirate engine means you can also jump further.
Have a little faith.
It might have been because I didn't have any Pirate engines when I first made him. I'm not sure. So there we go. There are 4 of them. They've multiplied. They're like little... What are those film creatures called? Oh, I can't remember what they were called. They were like little fluffy things, and I don't mean the gremlins and the mogwai. Another one that were like evil mogwai. They did some films. They were pretty dire in the 80s, but still good fun. I'm sure at some point I'll remember what it is. Probably at midnight tonight. So there we go. Self-driving trash cans. Oh, Beetle Yellow's got a family. He's so happy. Critters. That was what they were called. Yes, little fluffy creatures called critters. They were evil. Right, who are we waiting for? We are waiting for the fleet, the Locust to take its turn. With all escort missions, you'll notice as soon as you pick up the escort, you start seeing these little red flares across the path. This is because escort units have a pre-designated path that they must take. Now, while I can actually control these, because as you can see I've got full control, if you're using automated ones, they would just follow the path. If you're controlling them yourself, what you can't do is deviate. So if I was to try and go over here, it won't let me because I'm too far away from the route. You'll also notice, this time it's not too bad because these guys aren't exactly fast. But normally as well, you couldn't go too far ahead of the rest of your group. What these guys have is a tracked conversion gear, but they become little tanks. Look at that. It becomes an Herbie tank. I mean, yeah, how cool is that? one of your little Herbies can become a tank, and while it's in tank mode, it has much better resistance to damage and stuff like that. And you'll notice it gains 360 degree, well they all have that anyway, 360 degree fire. But hey, an Herbie tank, gotta love it. Can you guess what rewards we're going to get at the end of this mission? That's right, I think we get ourselves our own little Herbie tank. Well, Herbie tank convertible.
I hear ya.
I'm not sure what to make of that. Do we really want a convertible? Yes, of course we do. I keep on tending to actually go and spend one of my entire careers just using special units where possible, and that's got to include these little Herbies. Unfortunately, I think we only get the one opportunity to own these.
Well,
So,
it's because we're
unfortunately, we're never going to be able to own a second one, but it's so worth it because they're so cool. You do get to own a whole range of other transformable mechs, but we'll get to those as we do each one of the different flashpoints.
What's up, boss?
Right, so I think we still need to go and kill off that Herbie on the side first, because it's bound to be the most dangerous, because Oast Scouts are, to be blunt, rubbish. It's an R80, there we go. Yeah, we'll definitely take that out of action before it shoots back.
Critical hit, Commander.
So we'll get Ether to go and go after it as well. Do I really want to go in from... Yeah, why not?
Going turbo.
Okay, hopefully this will be enough to finish it off. Oh, not quite. We have taken out one of the
Another hit
sides.
like that, and you're toast.
We've still got a couple of our little Herbie tanks to go. I love these things. Can you tell? Actually, what I should have been doing, I should have been using the sensor locks as well, because of course, if you sensor lock a target, it makes it even easier to hit, assuming it's got a single pip. So we will put a sensor lock on the Ost Scout, and of course nowadays we can use sensor locks and then still shoot.
Waiting on you, Commander.
This is where I'm probably going to end up shooting one of my own little Herbies in the back. That would be about right.
All weapons are go.
Ooh, the Ost Scout's been partly damaged, so that's a good start.
What do you
And then
need?
we've got little Beetle Yellow himself to go. Can he reach the Herbie? Sadly not. Oh, so why can't he charge that Herbie over there? What we're going to do something strange. You can actually kick and punch and stuff while you're a vehicle. Unfortunately, you don't do a mini transform while you do it. But I'm going to go behind the Ost Scout and just kick it.
Putting my weight into it.
Uh-oh, I think I accidentally had the grenade on. Thankfully, I didn't hurt myself with it. I don't know why I had the grenade activated. That was really stupid of me. I'm not convinced that Herbie's got any weapons left. No, it doesn't. We managed to take them all out. And then we've just got to wait for the Ost Scout, which has got its one medium laser, so not the scariest of units on the field. And it's panicked, so it's going to be quite hard for it to hit anything. I just keep having to go back and look at these little tanks. I do wish we had a lot more of these transforming units. They're just so nice.
I hear ya.
Right, so what are we going to do? We've got the Flea is going to be one of the first to take its turn, so I'm just going to run over there and shoot it. I must keep an eye on my supercharger because I've probably only got another turn or two before it starts to be at risk of blowing up. Oh, that'll do it.
There.
And the Locust is down.
Ready for orders.
Funny thing is, when I used to play Mech Warrior 4 Mercs, when we had our Solaris competitions, I loved using the really light mechs. Because you could run circles around anyone with really big mechs, and they could never target you if you were a good enough pilot. I mean, this is why most of the seasons it was either a light or medium on the open class. And the open class of Solaris, we were literally piloting whatever unit we wanted. And that was such good fun. I mean, it was literally a case of you'd have somebody turning up in a Masakari or something like that, while you'd also have somebody else in something light, like a little Jenna running circles around them.
Well, I'm right. Hey, look, if those engines are turning over, we can sneak right up the edge of town. Nobody will hear us, right?
Now, one of the best pilots that I've ever seen in those small pilots was a guy called Schwingelpuck. He was awesome.
Always with the negative wave, warrior. Always.
Still up. No, it ain't.
And then we also had a class of Solaris called Circus Maximus. It was basically you raced around a big circuit, and it was the first to complete a couple of laps, or 3 laps or something. Now, that sounds easy, until you realise that unfortunately, in order to complete those 3 laps, you've got to keep getting past the slower units. So there, a lot of people used to take the light mechs, but of course, they used to then run up, and they had to pass the super heavies, well, the heavy and the assault class mechs
I hear ya.
that were in the back, and as soon as they do that, they get shot in the back themselves. So you used to have a really fun situation where some of the lights would actually stop behind and try and take out the heavies and the assaults, whereas others would just run straight past and get blown apart. Oh, that was great. I do wish they'd have something like that on MechWarrior 5. That sort of games that we used to have, they were just absolutely brilliant. Oops,
Yeah.
I think I accidentally clicked on the mech there so that I wasn't able to move. Right, so anyway, there goes, well, while I've been waffling, the first lot of enemies have now been taken care of. Of course, as with any escort mission, the moment we get them into the safe zone, we're going to get a second lot. You'll also find on many escort missions, as soon as you actually pick up the escorts, you will get another drop. Now, I knew with this one we didn't, so it didn't matter if I picked up the drop straight away, because we still just had the first 4 to deal with.
What can I do for you?
So under normal circumstances, you would expect to deal with 3 enemy Lancers. Okay, so look how fast he is in his little yellow Beetle. Look at him go, racing along the road. Absolutely brilliant. Right, make sure I've got to turn off my supercharger when I get down to ether, because we don't want that to blow up now that we're just moving steadily along. There you go, it's already on 10% risk chance of going. So all we need is to keep these little tanks trundling along, and then when they get close enough that they're about to enter the pickup zone, we know that we're going to get our next and final lot of enemies appear. So we're going to have to set ourselves up ready for that.
Coordinates received.
I'm just going to sit him there for now because there's not a lot he can do until we're ready for them to come. Now with this, it's the same map that we see in some other circumstances. So this is the pickup here at the edge of the little lake, and that means we know that the enemies are going to appear over here, just at the edge of the map here. So we will normally get some in or around these trees, and a couple more up here. So for now, all I'm going to do, I'm just going to move some of my units a bit closer until that we're ready to get these guys home. But for now, as you can see, we're still 2 more turns away, I think, before we reach the pickup zone.
I read you, Commander. Moving out.
I do normally make sure that all 4 of the units can get in one go, because then they're going to be only at risk for 1 turn. I'm going to go straight over to these to see which one.
Waiting on
How
you,
far away is
Commander.
he? Oh yeah, you see, still. He might not even get in there next turn, you know. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start heading up the hill with these, so that they're in a better position to go and swoop over and get the enemy as soon as they appear. Whereas we will bring Oddball straight along the road so that he's in a better position to jump on them.
Have a little faith.
You see, I think 3 of these are going to be able to get home next turn, but 1 of them isn't.
Uh-huh.
Well, we'll have to see. If the one at the back is able to, I'm just going to bring the whole lot home.
Waiting for orders.
I don't know, what do you reckon? Is that inside? I think it is. Let's have a go.
Moving out.
Yes, it is. So, and here they come, the reinforcements, as expected.
Good work, Commander. Hold this position until the package is underway.
Now, whenever I do escort missions, I always do it this way. I make sure I have all 4 in position where they can all come home at once,
Good to
because it
go.
also means I can then move them first, so that they're in as safe a position as possible. They've all got as many evasion pips as we
Waiting
can,
for
leading
orders.
on to their last turn. I'm also putting them all inside these trees, as you can see.
Moving out.
And then it also gives
I
me
hear ya.
another advantage. Oh dear, can I get home with this one, or is he actually going to be just outside? I think he might be just outside. Oh well. It means that I can see where the units are, and so I can position my own troops ready to go and attack them. What you'll notice, unfortunately, 2 of these are outside of the boundary, so I cannot go and directly attack them, but these guys I can. So I'm going to come up to the top of the hill with Yellow Beetle, or whatever they call him, and then I think with my Phoenix Hawks I'm just going to bring them up into the corner. I mean, we should get the first turn, so it's not a problem.
Affirmative.
But then I've got better height on them, so I can then swoop down and take them out. While I'm going to, what you will see, because he is a DFA, I can actually attack them on this turn. I mean, that's got to be worth it. So I'm going to attack the Light Flamer and get that out of action straight away, because that's the only one that I'm at risk with. With my Black Rose. Is it dead? It is dead. Excellent. Yeah, one of the units didn't quite make it into the zone, so unfortunately they're not going to be picked up this turn. That's frustrating, isn't it? Right, Ajax, he's up first. So what have we got? We've got a 12, a 13 and a 6. What is the vehicle? The vehicle's pretty weak, so we're going to focus on the mechs, I think. Just wondering where to move to. I think I'm going to move to here, so I've still got height advantage on that commando.
Position confirmed.
Now obviously I do have Warlord, so we're going to use that at this point, so I've got a higher accuracy. It's not huge accuracy, but it should be enough. Okay, that's made him unsettled, so that means it's going to be an easier target. We'll do the same. I'm going to charge him with Yellow Beetle on this one.
Copy that.
Here he goes. Is he actually going to finally hit with the charge? Yes, he does.
Okay.
Right, Oddball is just going to go up and kick this same target, because it's not going to survive this, I'm sure.
Always with the negative wave, Moriarty. Could probably use some armor.
Oh no, it did. No, there you go. He's ejected. I didn't think he'd survive. Excellent.
Waiting on you, Commander.
And then my final unit is going to go in. Just too close. You see, the problem is my my Vulcan, is down to 37% chance there. So, but if I come up here, it's still a 37% chance. Oh, okay. It appears I've got quite a low chance with the Vulcan anyway.
Move it out.
We're going to again take out the Commando, because compared to the little vehicle, it's vaguely more dangerous.
Time to die.
Okay, I think it's a lot less dangerous now. I would imagine that some of its weaponry gone. There we go. Just one medium laser left. May as well have been an OST scout.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Right, I can't unfortunately move now because I'm in position in these, and he can't hit from where that is. What I am going to do, I'm going to sensor lock anyway, just in case I'm able to get a shot off or two.
Gotta walk. Got it.
The only one that's going to be allowed to move is the one that's outside of the area at this point in time.
Sensors locked on.
Let's see, which one is that?
Good for
I think
now.
it must
Cooling
be
down
this
a bit.
guy here. There we go, he's outside, but I can now move in, and because I've just sensor locked, I can go and shoot these guys. Well, I can attempt to shoot them. Pretty low accuracy.
Hey, stand still when I'm attacking. What can I do for you?
Yeah, so that's all 4 of those are now safe, so they'll be taken away at the end of the turn, so we've just got these 2 units to finish off now, and then that will be the end of this Flashpoint.
I'm hit.
He's making one of the Urbies bleed out.
The objective is securing.
There we go, they're all safe. They're taken away. He'll be fine. Don't worry, Yellow. Right, so now all we have to do is finish these off, and then that'll be the end of the mission.
Waiting for orders.
It shouldn't be that challenging. I think what we'll do is we'll just come down here and shoot the Copperhead in the back.
Here it comes.
And one less Copperhead. That just leaves us a severely damaged Commando to finish this all off.
What do you need?
I think we'll switch back to to robot form. I don't know what to call it. Do we call it robot form? I suppose we do. And then let's go and kick.
Targeting for physical attack.
And there we go. The last unit is down, and I believe that is the end of the Flashpoint. So I imagine we'll meet up back on board the Argo and get debriefed by Agent X.
Mission successful.
Right, we made a small loss of 244,000 seaballs. That's not that small, considering I was using fairly low-level mechs. And yeah, we just got a whole bunch of junk to pick up. I would imagine it's going to be the same, where we'll end up owning almost everything, but not quite, because we didn't take max salvage. So let's see what rewards we get given. It looks like I forgot we've got one more mission to do. We basically have to exact some revenge, because yeah, little yellow guy, he is a vengeful sort. So we've got our pilots back for the final mission. And this is simply destroy all of the people that were after Trashy. As I said, he is ultra vengeful, this guy, this Transformer. So this time we've got 2 units with us. We've got Beetle Yellow, and we've got his little friend Trashy is with us as well. You can see what he's like. He is, well, to be blunt, trashy. Oh, I don't know who to use this time. I think we'll just, like I've said all along, it's an easy one. So yeah, we'll just take the two Phoenix Hawks, because you really don't need more than that. It is a mission that you can quite easily do with the starting lance, and both of those Phoenix Hawks were within my starting lance.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
You'll notice throughout these flashpoints it's a bit of a recurring theme that the Transformers are somewhat psychotic. They're out for vengeance, they're out for destruction. I don't know, is that how I remember them? I mean, yeah, the Decepticons, sure, but what about the Transformers? Were they really like that? Well, these guys sure are. So let's show them not to pick on guys smaller than them. Rah! Let's get them, Trashy. You see, they are mad. They're not happy, and they want us to go and beat them up and basically kill off the last couple of lances. Again, Trashy is able to convert into a little tank, which is always worthwhile. I don't know why I've done that, because now I have to move him. That was silly of me. We do have a Toro up ahead. We've got a Phoenix. And yeah, I'm just going to run in. There he goes. So we're just gonna, I suppose I should shoot, but it's like, is it really worth it? It's 6%, oh, go on then. Yeah, okay, I took it out on the building. I kind of expected that. I should have waited. We got a tiny little vehicle over here, what's that? A cargo truck. Ooh, watch out for those, they often have. I think this unidentified is an explosive. If those cargo trucks get close to you, they blow up, and they go off like a literal ton of dynamite. I'm going to reserve out for the rest, because I really should have done that from the start. I don't know why I went in just immediately hit the transform. I think it's just to make him turn into a little herby tank. Right, so we're waiting for them to take their turn so that then I can get better accuracy on them. Oh, we've got another cargo truck there, so got to be careful in case that one also has... Whoa, what on earth was that it was firing? How is something that's 10 tons so damaging? I've got to get me one of those. It's a bit like the saucepan from Tangled. You've got to get you one of those. Right, I'm going to go straight after that cargo truck. Mate, I don't know what it was firing, but that was impressive. I'm almost tempted to leave it alive till next turn so I can find out. I think I probably should destroy it if I'm able. So again, I'm getting the height advantage by sticking one of my lambs up at the top of a building. Where is he? So you can see, as far as the height advantage goes, this time it's only a 1 difference, but it's still better than nothing. Barely better than nothing.
What do you need?
Okay, let's get Beetle Yellow in there. I think if we try and lob a grenade at the Toro, that might actually take out both buildings either side of him. Whenever you play urban maps, I have no choice. I have to destroy the buildings. It's so much fun. Yes, I can lob my grenade, that's it. It's a strange weapon loadout that they've given Beetle Yellow. I'm not complaining. He works well.
Roger.
Boom! There goes the grenade. Oh, you go. That grenade didn't do too bad. Did a little bit of damage against
My
the Toro.
flamer is empty. I hear ya.
I think we'll probably finish taking out the cargo truck, but when I get to salvage, I've got to find out what it had. It's probably one of those strange pirate weapons.
Going turbo.
I can't remember what they're called. Is it a shillelagh rifle? Is that what I'm thinking of? Given the AE it did, it's got to be something like that.
Special delivery.
There it goes. Didn't tell us what it was there. There was no crits on it. That's a shame. But yeah, we're going to have to find out what that was. The Phoenix was trying to shoot at Trashy. How dare it?
Waiting on
Right
you,
then,
Commander.
what are we going to take out? We've got the Toro and the Phoenix. AC5 and... ooh, I think we'll go after the Phoenix. No, we can't, because we can't get behind it. Okay, we're just going to go after the Toro.
I've got eyes on hostile reinforcements. They're heading your way.
As we knew, there's a second lance waiting for us over in the wings. We'll take these out first. Okay, the bad news is this Toro has got TAC immunity.
Yep.
So with TAC immunity, it makes my Vulcans much less effective. Oh, my mouse is frozen. Well, that hasn't happened before. Okay, mouse unfrozen. Let's move forward and finish the rest of this mission. That was a strange thing to happen. No, I don't want to shoot the building. I want to shoot the Toro.
Firing.
Okay, no, apparently he really did want to shoot the building. What have we got over there? We've got a little fireball. We've got a... is that a flea? It is a flea. And we've got... oops, missed that one. Stinger, I think. A mongoose. Oh, I haven't seen a mongoose in ages. Right, Toro's having its go. I think it's coming into... ouch. It was aiming at the Trashy, but it hit Beetle Yellow instead. It's about as accurate as I am usually. Right, so can we get behind... my mouse is going really slow since it's had that crash. I don't know what's going on with that. Well, we can get in behind this Phoenix. It's not great accuracy for the Vulcans, but it will be fine, I would have thought, for the Hellfires. I didn't kill him though. Okay, what can we do? I think we're going to come out of wheel conversion and we're just going to... oh, wait a minute. No, what am I talking about? We can charge. If we charge the Phoenix, I think we might be able to finish it off before it gets to take its turn. I really should have done that before I went and moved out of wheeled form, because now I've got to wait for it to recalculate the route. There we go. Yeah, let's do it. Let's charge in and hopefully kill off this Phoenix. Bit of bumper damage, well worth it. Oh, it's knocked him down, but it hasn't killed it. Will the fall destroy it? No, but it's badly hurt the pilot. He's panicked. He's 2 out of 3 for consciousness. He might eject at this point after he's taken his move. They do normally, because these low-level pilots, they don't like being injured. He didn't. What a brave pilot. He's still willing to fight. Right.
Yeah?
I think we're going to do... we're just going to go up behind him and kick him this time. And then hopefully that will be enough to finish him off, because we'll be able to shoot him with a pulse laser as well as kicking him. He's already panicked. This has got to be enough to finish him off. There it goes. There goes the Phoenix. 2 out of the 3 units in the initial first lance are now destroyed.
Yep.
So we've got the Toro up ahead. I'm just going to run into the open there. We're going to be protected from the other lot from the side because we've got building in the way. And let's see if we can get Trashy to actually hit it. Oh, he's going to overheat. Honestly, Trashy. Let's turn off the medium laser. He just wants to hit buildings. Every shot he does is hit a building so far. He's a trashy after my own liking.
What can I do for you?
Okay, where can we move here? I think if we go up on top of this building, we'll get a decent amount of accuracy on the Toro.
Got it. Max speed, no shooting.
The only reason I've gone up is because both of my machine guns are currently jammed, so there was no advantage for going close.
Time to die.
But yeah, unfortunately, with that tack immunity, he's a bit of a nuisance, really. That Toro. It's funny, this season I've not gone for tack immunity for almost any of my mechs, whereas in most other seasons it's sort of my #1 priority, I find. So yeah, it's funny. I just thought, you know, I've got to do something different, and I thought, why not try it, see if I can manage this season without massive tack immunity. So far so good, I would say. It does have its challenges, because it does mean that sometimes you get crits straight through the armour, but you know, as long as it doesn't destroy a vital component or blow up ammo, you're absolutely fine. In fact, the only mech I actually don't have, that I do have tack immunity, is the one with the carronade. Bear in mind, the carronade is essentially 3 long tom cannons all welded together. And so with all that ammo sitting around and high explosive, yeah, Inferno, FAE, you just do not want a crit to go and set off the ammo. Oh, there we go. The second lance is making their way down towards me, so that'll make it a bit easier to find them and take them out.
Got something you want done?
I think I'm going to have to, you know, next season, I'm going to have to bring in a lance just made up of special mechs. See what I can pick up. I'm not sure what there is out there. Well, I probably am. I've got a fair idea, but yeah, I just think I would love to do that. It's more of a, I don't know. I doubt it would be a particularly viable lance, but it would be fun. And that's what matters most, isn't it?
Tango down. Yeah?
I'm trying to think. You've got some of the units from Derelict that I can bring in. I'm going to dump this little tank into the water so that it cools down, because as you can see, it's still overheating somewhat. You know, even if I was to fire its medium laser, it would still overheat. So let's just fire those two. He's still hit the buildings! 73% chance, and both shots hit a building.
Yep.
He really does not like buildings, this little guy. I think it might be because he was held captive, and he just doesn't want that to ever happen again. So he figures, take out all the buildings. I'm never going to be held captive again, right?
Physical attack.
There we go. We've charged the Toro. Hopefully that's taken it out of action. Almost out of action. It's going to fall. Is that going to be enough to knock him out? No. 2 out of 4. Oh, and health 1 out of 3 left. Okay.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Both of my machine guns are now ready to fire. Where can I go? I can either go and take out these little guys, or I can take out the Toro. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to face forward towards them, so I've got better protection, but I'm going to shoot back at the Toro because it's going to be a very easy target. We're just going to aim at the central torso. You notice one of the sides is out, so it'll crit through to it quite easily. And he's down.
Mess him up good.
Okay, we're down to the final 2 units that we're messing up good. And then it looks like our vengeance for the Transformers will be done. And so, yep, little yellow guy, he'll be off with his friend Trashy and their new family of other little trash cans.
What's up, boss?
Okay, you notice I was stupid and did not check my supercharger last turn. It's now flashing red, so definitely turn it off. Much higher risk of it blowing up. I'm just going to go up to the top of this ramp here, so again, a little bit of extra height. And then we're going to shoot down at what was this? Is this the mongoose? It's the flea. We're going to shoot the flea in the back, poor little guy.
Got it. Good angle.
Oh, he survived, but it is going to knock him over. Ooh, and he's down.
What do you need?
Right, and I think we will charge the mongoose. I'm quite enjoying charging using yellow, so here we go, charging in, and then hopefully that'll be enough to take him out of action. I mean, that's going to be a lot of little dents to fix on his... Oh, he's missed again. Come on.
Damn it.
What are you doing, Beetle Yellow?
I hear ya.
Okay, seeing as he missed, I'm going to jump to the top of the building up here so I get a decent amount of extra height to shoot down. Lots of accuracy. And I'm also going to whack on my Warlord to increase accuracy further. I mean, yeah, okay, it's not uncommon to shoot your own allies in the back, but it does get a bit embarrassing. Is the mongoose down? No, it's not, it's still breathing.
Want some more? Huh? Yeah?
I don't think Trashy is in a position to do anything to either of these, is he? Can he get into line of sight? Not really. He can't do the one that's next to the yellow beetle, but he can at least do the flea that's on the ground. Or at least he'll probably take down the building next to it. Let's see if we can finally actually hit a target he's aiming for.
Here we go.
He did! He hit him with 2 of his 3 shots! Well done, Trashy! The first time you've actually hit anything other than buildings for this entire mission. Right, we are now going to have to wait for these 2 to take their turn, and then I'll get to have mine. And that'll be the end of the mission, because there's no way these 2 are going to survive another turn. I mean, I suppose I could have taken some of my super heavies on this mission, but could you imagine the loss in C-bills that I would have achieved? I would have probably had so few C-bills at the end that it would have almost made me go bankrupt.
Nothing to see here.
Right, so we'll just head up here to finish this. Finish the little flea off. I can't see it surviving this. We've got machine gun in the back. We've got Vulcans and lasers. He's got to die. There he goes. And then there was one, just the mongoose left.
Should have run when you had the chance.
Yes, Commander.
And it looks like we can get a really decent shot from up high straight into his back here as well. And that should be more than enough to finish him off. No! He's still going. This is one tough little mongoose. Come on, Trashy, do your stuff. He's going to get around the back of that monolith there, and he's going to shoot him one last time in the back. Come on, Trashy, doesn't matter if you overheat. Hey, well done. Trashy got a kill. Okay, now they can live in peace. Time to take you home. I can tell you now, they don't live in peace. They come back for vengeance because they think all living things should die, and that means us.
Mission successful.
Okay, decent payout, 1.6 million C-bills. And yeah, just one pick, so we'll just pick... Oh, cargo truck, I was going to have a look and see what it had. What did it come with? A howitzer 2000! Oh, that was how it hit me so hard. That is quite a nice little weapon, isn't it? Changing mind, I'm taking the howitzer. Okay, back in high orbit. The final sort of debriefing. Oh, look at him, he wants to say thanks again. So he's got his little friend Trashy living with him. Their homeworld Siberia. It's sounds a bit similar to a certain Cybertron, doesn't it? But there you go, who knew? And he's left me a gift. I wonder what that gift will be. Let's find out. We have been given, oh yay, a sword, a prototype. There it is! We have been given a little tank Kirby mech. This is what I was thinking. I've got to do this. I've got to run these as a as a special lance, because we don't just get given this one. We'll be given quite a few more. Anyway, that ends this mission. I'm going to just quickly show you the Kirby mech so you can see what it looks like. There are quite a lot of other flashpoints within this chain, but every time I get one come up, I'll make sure I link you to show you which one led to it and which one it leads to. I'll admit I can't remember at this hand which of the next 2 flashpoints comes after this, so I'll add that to the comments once I actually find out myself. So let's have a look in the mech bay. Here's the little Herbie. And so we can see what he's got. He comes with this special tractor conversion gear here. So when he's in tank mode, it's 15% less damage, takes 10% less melee damage, more hit armor, does generate more heat, and 10% resistance to crits. So it's really good. Unfortunately, cannot be removed, which is such a shame. And this is the thing in the head, look, he's got CPUs. Yes, unfortunately though, we still have to put a pilot in it. If you want to use this guy, you can't just use him as is. He does require someone to actually control him, which is a bit weird when he was just fine a minute ago. But there you go. So that is the Urban Mech R1010 convertible. Right, well I hope you enjoyed this Flashpoint. I hope to see you all on the battlefield again soon. Please like, please subscribe, and yeah, we'll hopefully get the next one in this chain as soon as possible, but the one I'm really hoping for next is either Heretic or From the Deep, both of which have still not appeared for me. Sometime soon I'm sure they will. Anyway, cheerio everyone.